What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We're back on the Desolation map. And we're back downtown. We haven't been here in a while, have we? Well, sort of, yes and no. But I haven't worked on this skyscraper behind us in a long time, guys. A very long time. I'm sorry. I just got so sidetracked with movie theaters and bowling alleys. I wanted to get the nightlife part of the city rolling. And something inside me tells me I want to start a new nightlife project. So, in the meantime, between projects, I gotta get some of this downtown done. I gotta work on the Hayes skyscraper. I gotta work on this place. If you guys remember, if you're following along, if you're watching every video, which you should, because there's a new one every day, you know, something to do for 15 minutes a day, why not? A lot of people have different rituals. Whiskerim likes to watch my videos while he's on the toilet. I can't explain it, that's just what he does. What a weirdo, okay? I guess maybe he associates Beancrew49 with the smell of... Never mind, I'm not going to finish that. But as you can see here, if you've been watching every video, you probably remember I was working on this a while ago, and I haven't done anything off camera, okay? So we're about to pick up where we left off. That's what I'm trying to say with all that. Okay, so let me just walk through and show you what we got so far. Remember, these are 3-story townhomes. If you guys don't know what a townhome is, it's like an apartment house. It's like a hybrid of an apartment and a house. If they had a little baby, it'd be a townhome. Okay, so yeah, it's like an oversized apartment or a really small house, whichever way you want to look at it. But they're usually like 3 stories or 4 stories even. Ours here are 3 stories, and this is the first one. This is the prototype, and it's still not done. So I'm going to get the 3rd floor of this townhome finished for you today. That is my goal, at least. It's completely empty up here. I've kind of put down some flooring where I think stuff should go. That's what I like to do first. I like to do the floors first, just so I know where the rooms are laid out. Then I like to do the walls. Then I like to do the interior. And then I like to do the ceiling last. I don't know why. I feel like this is the most efficient way to do it. So I work from the bottom up. You know? Does it make sense? The bottom up, floor up. So yeah, I'm just going to work on this today. We're going to do like a little foyer room. And we're going to do a hallway. We're going to do a bathroom. And we're going to do like maybe a teenage girl's bedroom. Maybe maybe like a middle school girl's bedroom. So she's got this whole upstairs to herself. Lucky lady. Okay, so... Alright, so what is today? Oh yeah, today's Monday. My favorite part of the week. Again, for those who've been paying attention, you guys know that Monday is Creative Question of the Week time, and I get to answer your questions. You guys submit your question in the comment section. You write CQ or whatever, and I pick one of them, and we talk about it all Monday. And that's what we're going to do today. Remember, guys, leave your creative questions of the week in the comment section below so that I have something to choose from. You know, you get to ask me anything, and like I say, every single Monday, you're not going to get the answer you quite expect, because I don't do it that way. Okay, that's not how I am. I always look at a question from other perspectives than most people. That's what makes me me. I always look at things from other people's perspectives. Alright, so today's question comes from Arit Sheth. Oh, he's always asking questions, so he's always on the videos. Thank you, Arit Sheth, for always asking questions. He asks, how do you think technology is affecting the newest generation today? Is it good or bad? Okay, pretty good question. We can dive deep into this, right? I don't see why not. But before I thought about this question, right? And I want to actually answer the question underneath the question. And I'm going to go kind of in a different direction here than what Arith is trying to get me to go in, because I feel like this question is bringing up an issue that I really want to talk about. So he's asking, how is technology affecting the newest generation? Is it good or bad? Well, Arith, that 100% depends on you. Okay, where am I going with this? Okay, your reality is a direct result of what you think your reality is. I'm going to say that again in a different way. The reality that surrounds you, the things that you would call real, are all products of how you look at them. How you look at, let's use technology as an example, how you look at technology determines what technology is. So let's say you look at this cell phone. Okay, and you see the cell phone as a thing that hurts your eyes. It gives you tumors. It distracts you from having social interactions with other people. It interrupts dinner conversation. You know, if you look at a cell phone like that, then that is what a cell phone will be to you. That is what will enter your life, is the cell phone being a very negative presence. If you look at a cell phone as a thing that brings people together, allows you to reach people across the globe in an instant, and allows you to connect with them instantly. If you look at it as a way to find information at your fingertips using the internet, if you look at it as a thing to keep you busy when you don't have anything to do, you know, when you're bored, you can play games or whatever. If you look at a telephone like that, then that is what a telephone is to you. A cell phone, I should say. So your reality is 100% dependent on how you look at it. What people don't realize is their thoughts create their reality. Your thoughts create your reality, because all these things are happening around you, but they're neutral. They're not good and they're not bad. You are the person who decides whether that thing is good or bad. And you do it subconsciously most of the time, because we've all been programmed to think in certain ways. And it's been from our parents, from our peers, from our teachers, from the media, from, movies, everything. Everything goes into your programming, your subconscious programming. And whether you realize it or not, you have a set criteria in your mind of how to respond to things. Think about that for a second. When you see that someone's being very egotistical, let's say, and you think that's dirty. Oh, that guy's an egomaniac. That guy's just full of himself. You only think that's bad because that's what your parents told you. When you were very young, your parents told you to be humble, to be gracious, to not, put yourself in front of others. So you look at that egotistical person as something that's negative, because that's what your programming is. Your parents programmed you that way. But for some people, they see an egotistical person, they're like, yeah, that guy's full of confidence and he's full of drive and just passion and wants to get things accomplished. But that's because that person was programmed not to look down on egotism, okay? They were programmed to be very, what's the word? I can't think of the word right now. They're programmed by their parents or by their teacher or by the media, however they were programmed. They're programmed to be outgoing and, prideful and having confidence in themselves. So being egotistical is not good and it's not bad. But you decide, based on your programming, what it is. And subconsciously, that's how you're going through life with every single thing. Every single thing in your reality is a neutral thing. There's good and bad. There's nothing, it's neutral. But you ascribe either positivity or negativity to it. So what I'm trying to say here is, guys, if you can become aware of your programming, you don't have to know where it comes from, but you can understand how you're approaching things, neutral things, from a slanted position. If you can be aware of that, then why can't you change it? And here we go. So if you can change your programming, can't you see the positive in everything? What if you could look at everything in this world as positive? Might that put you on a different path? Might that change your reality? If your reality is nothing but a bunch of neutral things that you give either power or, that you give either light or darkness to, what if you could change your programming to give everything light? Now you're saying, what are you talking about, Bean? Are you crazy? What about disease? How is that positive? What about war? How is that positive? What about accidents and death and destruction? How could that be positive? Well, guys, obstacles in your life are put there so that you can learn and grow and become better. So you can see an obstacle in your life and you can say, oh, how am I going to get over this? This is such a setback to me. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I can't get past this obstacle. You know what? If you look at it that way, then yes, you're correct. You can't. You're right. You're seeing the negative in it. You've taken this neutral. Yes, believe me or not, these negative things that you think are negative are actually neutral things, because I'll show you how to look at the positive. Because if you look at it negatively, then yes, you're not going to be able to get over those things. Those things are going to set you back. You're right. If you think it's negative, then you're right. But if you think it's positive, then you're also right. And if you see this obstacle and you say, wow, okay, this is a challenge. In order to get past this challenge, I'm going to have to step out of my comfort zone. I'm going to have to learn something new, and I'm going to have to get over this in a unique way. And getting over this obstacle will result in me learning and growing and expanding and becoming a better person, a better version of myself. This obstacle is teaching me how to learn, grow, and expand. That's how you see the positive of it. That's how you take a neutral situation, like a death in your family, like a disease, like you broke your arm or whatever. Anything that you think is negative can be positive if you look at it in the right way. If you understand the way that you've been programmed and decide to change it. Yes, guys, you've been programmed. We all have. Just by stepping foot on planet Earth, that's when your programming begins. And it's nonstop. People tell you what reality is. They tell you how to look at reality. But the truth is, you can look at reality in any way you choose. Any way you see fit. You can choose to see that as your reality. And if you change your perspective of reality, your reality will change right along with it. That's right, guys. If you see everything as positive, then doesn't that mean that everything in your reality is positive? Nothing is negative, and things in your life will start to change. I mean, maybe they won't actually change, but the way you perceive them will absolutely change. Your mood will brighten up. Your happiness will increase. Your empathy, your love, your compassion, your understanding will grow. But the problem is, humans are so addicted to their programming. They don't want to look at themselves. They don't want to look at the dark part of themselves and make a change. They'd rather wallow in self-pity and sadness and depression. They don't want to do the things that's necessary to improve their situation, improve their reality. They'd rather just sit there and stew. Oh, poor me. Why does this always happen to me? I'm so sad. I don't want to get out of bed. That's what humans would rather do, because it's easier. It's a lot easier to allow yourself to sink into negativity than it is to go into your dark parts of yourself, realize that you've been programmed incorrectly, and change that programming for the better. It takes work. It takes... you can't have fear. A lot of people are afraid to look at themselves, and that's the main problem. People are afraid to look at themselves, so they're not making positive changes. You can't be afraid to look at the dark parts of you, because that's part of you. You can't just ignore it. You have to look at it and realize that it needs to change in order for you to change. The dark part of you is you. You have a light part and a dark part, and you can't just ignore the dark part, or else it's going to take hold and take control and allow fear and worry and anger slip in. And if you let those emotions control you, then you are being controlled by your programming. I know this is deep, guys. I know this is going to go over most of your heads, but if you are hearing me right now, if you can hear what I'm saying, then take it to heart, please, because it's the absolute truth. It is the absolute truth that your reality is dictated 100% by the way you perceive it. Wow, we got deep in there. So to answer Arit's question, do I think technology is good or bad? It's up to you. Are you going to use it for the right ways in order to grow and expand? Or are you going to use it in the wrong ways in order to set yourself back? How do you use technology, Arit Sheth? How do you use it? And are you going to use it for the higher good? Or are you going to use it to set yourself in a negative spiral? It's all up to you. You know, you can ask me for my opinion, but you already know what I'm going to say. Of course technology is good. It's great. It helps us to do so many things. And yes, there's negatives, but I don't focus on those. You know? I'm not the type of person to have my phone on me at all times. I know most of you do, and I think it's a bad thing because the phone, besides the cancer and the tumors, besides that, the electromagnetic field that it emits, besides that, it's distracting you from the present moment. So I use it to communicate and to find information, but I don't depend on it. I don't rely on it. I'm not obsessed about it. It's just another tool to help me to grow and expand, and is nothing more than that. So I encourage you to look at technology in that way as well. Okay, guys, well, that was a deep video. I know I went real deep on that one, but most of you are not going to understand. That's fine. That's fine. But one day, hopefully you might. Maybe this will set the cogs in motion, maybe. And maybe, I don't know, maybe one of you might resonate with this and make a positive change. You guys got to realize how you're being programmed. Every time you watch a movie or listen to a song, they're embedding information on how to react to things. You got to be aware of it. You got to, be on the lookout for it. All right, so one penthouse down, one townhouse down, like 90 more to go. No, a lot more to go, but it's a grind. I know it's gonna take a while. Look at all these empty rooms. I just gotta get on my horse and start riding. I gotta put my head to the grindstone. Whatever kind of slogan or mantra you want to use, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Okay, guys. So I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, remember to leave a creative question of the week in the comment section below. No question is out of bounds. We can go as deep as you want to get. Okay, guys. So I want to thank you for watching. As always, leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.